get locked. Leave a nigga shook like hot sauce on my shit. Beating down the door, you a knockoff. Ooh, way too hard. I am not soft. Can't stand around no pussy. If I smell them, I get locked. Pack came in way too loud like a rock star. Take them out, pull them over like a cop car. Serve a nigga outside. That's a hot.
Yo, what's good, everybody? Super Saiyan Santi on Gas No Brakes podcast. Going to be doing an interview today with Ryan from Upstate Music Mind. Like we stated, try to give you guys this once a week. I hold myself accountable for doing so. And what's up? Another podcast. What's up, man? Shout out to Jungle-ish Podcast. Thank you for jumping on this live. Ryan from Upstate Music Mind, based out of South Carolina. Today we're going to be interviewing, man, a really dope MC. I was blessed to be introduced to. You guys are going to check him out. So, matter of fact, let's do that now. Just added Maxx. You should be jumping on soon. Hey, what's up, brother?
What's going on, man?
Man, I'm chilling, man. Thank you for being on the show with us today.
No problem. Thank you for having me, bro.
My pleasure, man. Ryan should be joining on right now. Let's see. Yo, it worked.
All right.
And it worked pretty quick. That's good. Yo, man, thanks, Maxx, for being on the show. My name's Super Saiyan Santi of All Gas No Brakes podcast. And I've been working with Ryan. This is our second show, and I checked out your show on his show. The Fire, man.
Thank you.
Big fan. I subscribe. I know you told me I subscribe to your YouTube and all that. But if you tell our listeners, where they can find you, your website, your YouTube, all that stuff.
Yeah, I'm Maxx Good on everything. I'm real easy to find. For sure, bro. So
it's what's your stage name again?
Maxx Good. MAXXGOOD $.
$.
That's very important.
Do you got to say the $?
Got to.
Okay, word. I like it.
For sure.
And Ryan, if you could tell everybody where we can find you at.
That's at Upstate Music Mind. So Upstate Music Mind, MINE. I always clarify that for new listeners. Not mind, but mine like a cave mine, like hidden gems. That's what we're finding. Like Maxx right here.
For sure.
Word. And I'm at Super Saiyan Santi. I'm also Instagram at AGNB podcast. That's for All Gas No Brakes podcast. And you can stream us everywhere. And I'm gonna just jump right on in, man. Maxx, thank you for being on the show, man. Once again, I like the music. It's a dope vibe.
Thank you.
When did this all start for you? Like, when did you figure this out? And you were like, yo, I got it.
Oh, well, honestly, I'm still figuring it out. It's all very new to me, but I always felt like I could do it, like since I was a kid, to some degree. I just didn't know it was going to be, rap specifically, but for sure, I'm still figuring it out every day.
Man, it just sounds like you got it, man. I feel like it's just, like Ryan said, it's like a diamond in the rough, man, like, the videos were clean, man. Shout out to your videographer, man.
Yeah, Alejandro, Holiday Films.
Word.
Yeah.
That's good. I like shouting out the videographers. They present that message. Ryan, questions, man. You jump on in.
Well, me and Maxx talked about kind of the basic stuff when he was on the show, but your question kind of reminded me of some things I wanted to ask him too. But so did you ever used to like have rap battles with your buddies, like on the bus or something like that? Or like, do you remember any stories of like when rap just became something that like you, man, like just embodied who you were kind of thing? Or
No, you know it's crazy. I don't have like a traditional like hip hop background. Like I didn't start listening to rap until like I was in the 8th grade. Like Lil Wayne dropped, and then I was like, oh. But before that, I was everything like rock, like whatever, Linkin Park. I used to listen to a lot of like Green Day stuff like that.
Time I heard Lil Wayne, I think, was on "Back That Ass Up," the Juvenile song, right? And I'm pretty sure that's the first time I heard him. But anyway, so you said before that though, you were listening to like a bunch of alternative rock.
Yeah, honestly, like that's because it was whatever my cousins was doing, so I was into them. So yeah, like I heard of Wayne, but I was also like from New York, so it wasn't a lot of like down south music popular. You know what I'm saying? So I had a lot of reggae too, but I didn't get into rap until like Lil Wayne was dropping.
Oh wow!
I don't know, and that's kind of like where that started, and then I discovered Kanye West, and that's when it was like, okay, I love rap, like for sure, like hip hop.
You like reggae? What's your reggae like?
It was crazy. It's like I didn't even like know it was just like part of the atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't even like, oh, that's this artist, this artist. That's just like when you walk around the streets, you just hearing it out loud in the streets. That's just how it was. You know what I'm saying? Literally like a soundtrack.
Yeah. Have you seen the movie Shadas? Either of y'all?
I'm sorry?
The movie Shadas? It's
yes.
Okay.
Most
definitely. That's man.
Great movie.
I saw that before I saw Toy Story.
That's a hell of a Toy Story.
So,
yo, hearing that, what part are you in?
I was born in Brooklyn.
Word.
Yeah.
I was raised in Brooklyn, man.
Word.
Yeah, so I heard a lot of reggae. We used to reggae. That's like my love too. I love like Super Cat, Shaba, of course, Buju. Right. You know, all that reggae. I love that gully reggae. That real, you know,
right.
Good music is good music. So then you went into alternative, and that alternative was good around that time, man. It was really good music back then. What was your favorite?
I had to say Linkin Park.
Yeah.
For sure. Or any kind of like just rap, rock combination. I always thought that was cool. But I was really influenced by my big cousins. So whatever they did, that's what I was into.
Who's your cousin, man? Is he someone we might know
of? She should be. He's the best rapper I know. His name is Busy. But no, like I don't know. I just thought they were cool, especially because around that time, it's when I moved down south. So I'm like, I got to get some influence from somewhere. So that's kind of where that started. I don't even know if I really liked it for real. It's just this is what they was into.
Nah, I know alternative music from like around that the music, Linkin Park. I mean, there was the Green Days, the Weezers, all that.
Minor. The Gorillas, like
Gorillas, yeah,
man. All types of stuff.
Yeah. You know, okay, so combining those kind of thing, I've probably said this 1,000 times to people that know me, but you know the song 2 by Blur, you know, woohoo, dun 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 dun. So the lead singer of that is the lead singer of Gorillaz. I don't know if you guys knew that.
No, I thought he was a cartoon character.
Well, yeah, that's what he's
seen him. Yeah, I was wondering what that was about.
Was that your producer back there, bro?
No, I'm a producer.
Oh, okay. I just saw someone walking in the back. I didn't know.
Oh, no, that was my manager. You know what I'm saying? I got the team with me at all times.
That's what's up.
Yeah, we always working and grinding on a master plan, trying to figure out what's next. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to take over the world.
What state you in?
We in South Carolina.
South Carolina.
Greenville, to be exact.
Greenville. Word.
Yeah, that Greenville is what people say around here a lot because apparently there's like a Greenville in every fucking state. So, you know, but I think honestly, like we've got to become one of the top Greenvilles at this point, bro. Like it's really come along. And I think Max said he moved to Greenwood, right?
I did.
So that's another kind of city in this area, kind of in the region. I mean, in South Carolina, but
it's deeper in South Carolina for sure. Not Greenville.
It's not Greenville. It's more of a Woodville.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all keeping it green though. They keeping it green.
Keeping it green.
So how long have you been doing this now?
I guess seriously about 4 or 5 years. give or take. You know, that's like when I did my first show like 4 years ago. And then I don't know, we've just been trying to figure it out, you know what I'm saying? And just recently, like after 2021 is when I started getting really like notarized and people started like following me and noticing me. I guess, you know, I don't know, just one thing happened after another. So now I'm here.
Well,
you know what I mean?
yeah. So when we'd done the show, I mean, we'd been, I think, probably 8 or 9 episodes in, and we realized, you know, we hadn't had anybody in the hip hop genre. So everybody that I talked to basically all lined up and pointed towards Maxx. He just seemed like the most obvious guy to get on the show. And even since then, I've seen his name and a bunch of stuff. Maxx, I've seen you've been doing some things, and I know you've been collaborating with Old Love Beats. So I don't know if you want to talk about that or some of the stuff that you guys have got going on or and planned for the future.
Honestly, we just have a lot of shows. Like, I got shows coming up October 9th that I don't know the name of right now. I got shows coming up on the 30th. We got some big festivals coming up. We just doing a lot of shows, a lot of working. So whenever I can get Love Beats in there, that's when we, you know, do the live set. But either way, we're doing shows. Yeah.
Hell yeah. The last one that we had on, we had this like turntable special was TM.I, Tyler McAfee, and he's really talented as well. And man, he had some really kind words to say. He said he wouldn't be rapping if it weren't for you, Maxx. That's what he said at the end of it. And I was like, wow, like I knew he respected you and knew who you were when he first started answering the question. But he was like, straight up, man, I'm not gonna lie to you, I wouldn't be rapping if it weren't for him. And I was like, wow, man, that's fucking awesome. So,
hey, man, I'm here to inspire. At the end of the day, no matter how big I get, that's what it comes down to. I just want to inspire people to do good, follow their dreams. You did.
We expecting some rap, maybe in the future. Think that was the influence?
I don't know. I think I've definitely grown out of that.
Okay.
Maybe, you know what I'm saying, after a few album drops and I got a little bit more freedom and a bigger budget, I'll try something like that. But till then, I'm just gonna, I don't know, just I got a variety of sounds, but you just never know what to expect. So sometimes I be surprised with myself, you know.
Do you play like multiple instruments or anything, or do you?
I mean, technically yes, I do, but I don't like do them in my productions. I do play the trumpet, but I haven't done that in a while. I'm just like a programmer, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm like a graphic designer that raps, you know, like wow. I like to like, you know what I'm saying? I think of it that way.
Okay.
Sure. If that makes any sense at all.
No, you're your own producer, and as all musicians or people of art, you got to be one that creates everything in the background and your image. I know you got artists. I understand artists, man.
Absolutely.
Get it. Well, what have you learned since you've been going harder these past 4 or 5 years and you're taking it serious? What hurdles have you overcome, and what have you learned from, taking it serious?
Learned a lot about self-doubt, for one. Just waiting too long to put out projects or songs because I'm like, I don't know if it's good enough, and it's like, just put it out there and work it, because really the way I feel like music is now is not necessarily about talent. Like, the harder you work, the farther you get. So I'm just gonna get out my head about the music, because that's what I fall in love with them. And I'm an artist, so I want to be like, I don't care about money, but it's like, that's not the reality. So I've been focusing a lot more on just the business aspect of it, making sure that I can legitimize it. That way it pays for itself. That way I can actually make the music that I want to freely, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's all about that freedom, you know what I'm saying, that it gives you. So that's just really what I've been working on 2021, you know what I'm saying? Especially getting booked a lot more, so it's good to keep that in mind.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that I don't want to fall off the rails.
The most recent song is it Rain, or have you released something else since then? Or
I haven't released anything since then. But yeah, Rain off the album is probably my most popular song right now. Well, second to her song by DJ Soiree and L.A. Kenzie.
What was that one again? I'm sorry.
Her song.
Okay.
That's the one we won the award for. You know what I'm saying? Quick Flex. You know what I'm saying? The UMAs.
Nice. Yeah, so that's actually the biggest reason I think we got you on right away was because the VMAs, like that's what really stood out, that you were part of the best collab and everything, and a couple other people had mentioned you, so that's super cool, man. How was that? How was the award like ceremony? I didn't get a chance to.
Man, that was like a dream come true. Like I went from making songs in my bedroom to like going to an award show where I'm like being celebrated. Like they calling my name out, and my whole family was in there, so it was amazing. Like. I don't know. And then ever since then, it's been going up. So like, it was a real pivotal moment in my career, I would say.
Yeah. You ever have that moment before all the accolades started coming in? You know, that dealing with self-doubt. Did you ever have that moment you were like, man, I'm gonna do this, and then you stuck, and then it like that magic moment where it's like, oh shit, like okay,
yeah.
Fuck.
I have that moment quite often, but I just don't stop. You know, like I just don't quit. Like I had a mentor. He used to how would he say it? Damn, it literally slipped my mind. Either way, I do it when I don't want to. You know what I'm saying? Like I keep creating. I gotta keep creating. It's like I'm addicted to it. It's like I'm obsessed with it. So. That's just kind of like what got me, you know what I'm saying, like moving forward. Just, I guess, being relentless with how much I create, for sure.
How much do you have in the hole right now? Sorry, Santi, I keep talking.
Oh, man, I got hundreds of songs, like, in different computers, all types of stuff. But every time I make something new, that's the kind of sound that I want to go with. So it's just like, it's a perpetual. It's like, when do I stop making music? That way I can put it all together and have something to give people. Because I'm always just the next song is always going to be a little bit better than the last one for some reason.
What motivates you to make a new sound or to pick a new style? What is that motivation?
I think I got ADHD, honestly. Honestly, like, no, I just get bored, you know, like I can't do too much of the same thing. It comes like it's stale bread, you know. I gotta try something new. Sometimes, like, I don't know, I even have to change the music that I'm listening to just because I'm like stuck in this rut. Like I have to express and try new things, you know, because it's two sides to it. Because obviously I want to expand musically, but also like I get to try new things as an engineer to like make new sounds and stuff like that too. So I would just get to take it from all angles. So that's what, you know, motivates me, because I want to have my own sound for sure. Very important.
So what are you doing during COVID-19? How's that? What have you been doing during the COVID-19 shut? How have you expanded? How have you tried things new? What you been doing during?
Really just working with my team. Just getting the branding down pat. Working on just different ways we can expand it. Like I'm looking to be going on tour for APB soon. Like just different ways to like get my name out there, and yeah, more so just the business side of it all, and just a lot of self-learning, you know, reading and trying to learn and be patient. That way, when the moment comes, I'll be ready. You know?
Always superpower.
For sure. I've been doing it for a while, so like being patient is like nothing new to me.
So yeah, we have this huge festival every year called Fall for Greenville, and it's just, you know, it's a really big deal, and like shut down the streets, and everybody gets to walk around and carry their beer around and stuff like we don't normally get to do. And there's always like, you know, 40 or 50 different groups, different artists playing. I had the good fortune of doing that, you know, probably 10 years ago, but some of the artists this year, we're going to have a couple on the show. However, I saw that Local Flowers is playing, and Max, you might know more about it than I do, but I believe it's Shylin and Love Beats and a couple other people that are part of like another group, basically, right? That everybody's kind of combining forces.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Just a group effort just to continue to, you know, to work as musicians and recognize new original music. You know, that's really a big key factor. Is like they want to like create this scene, you know what I'm saying, and make like a new sound that comes from this area, something that can be represented and I don't know, and appreciated. So it's a lot of collaborative, you know, efforts going into getting it done, and it's happening. You know, it's going pretty smooth.
Yeah, we've been telling all the other guests, and they've been telling us, you know, there is a collective kind of sound from this area, man. You can label it Carolina, whatever, but across all genres, you can hear something like Southern roots, but still original and a little, you know, progressive off the grid a little bit. It's kind of hard to pinpoint, but sometimes the X factors are. So maybe that's what we need.
It's a
you know,
vibe. I'm here in the DMV, man. I'm in DC, Maryland, Virginia. So you know, I'm gonna be sharing this and putting this on our podcast website, everything. So I'm all DMV based, really trying to assist those in our local area expand their as you're doing their business, you know, their promotion, their marketing. So I forgot how I was saying all that. I keep doing that before we began this, but damn, I forgot, Brian. I'm gonna let you jump on in, man. I had so many. But no, I was talking about the sound of South Carolina. It is a very thoughtful, and I love the art, the way you guys present your art in the videos. I feel like you all got like a certain look at what you present. It's very homely, but it's also got that Hollywood finesse to it. You know what I mean? And that's what video. So I'm back. It came back to me.
Good. Yeah.
It's back.
I like the way
yeah. I mean, that makes sense because I think with the area too, you know, it was a small town and it's not a big town yet, but I mean, it's bridging that gap. So that kind of makes sense. Like kind of how you described. I mean, we kind of have the luxuries or the privileges or whatever of being able to do things in a big city kind of atmosphere and have some of those resources, but we also have to earn our keep and have to work a little extra harder than, you know, maybe some places in bigger markets where they are out exposed. So that's probably a factor, man. You know what? Sometimes I don't realize shit until I actually let other people talk and I shut up for a second and absorb the information, you know? But yeah, man, no, that makes a lot of sense. So I'm having a lot of ideas about kind of bringing everybody together in other forms, whether it be another kind of little label, like a little upstate kind of Carolina label, and just have all the genres on board. But it's really exciting to see all the collaboration from all the artists. And I mean, that word right there, like we said from the get-go, Maxx, you know, he won the award there for best collaboration on that song. So
congratulations.
I have yet to win an award after like swim team when I was a kid. So.
We will win an award for the top podcast. I'm telling you, out in the nation. From my mouth to God's ears, is going to happen. So, Maxx, if you weren't rapping, if this wasn't what you was doing, what would you do?
If I wasn't rapping,
yeah,
I'll probably be in France somewhere playing in an orchestra.
Okay.
Or like, I don't know, doing some international instrumentation for sure. I was really deep into my instrument, my principle. So I was going to do music regardless.
Running ain't part of the game. It could get all bad. You didn't know that. Now that you know that, you cannot go back. I can control you. I can control you. I can control you. She said that I'm sweet like some honey, but no, you can't crash, girl. I'm not a dummy. By the look in your eye, I could tell that you only say hell cause you smell the money. Ooh, I'm so full of surprises. When I reach inside that head, I might pull out a bunny. I can see over horizons. I'm way too fly, I don't need a co-pilot. Pulled off the lot and it didn't have mileage. It remind me of me, so sporty and stylish. So much drip that I turned to an island. They gon' bite me like lions and tigers. I roll with the punches, just pass me a lighter. This chopper make noise when it shake like a dryer. You think that you better get dipped in a fryer. I don't need a 30, I shoot, I don't miss. I could show you some things, but I can't tell you how to feel. I don't wanna live a lie. Tell me one thing, can you keep it real? Got the plug on the propane. I'm the king of the hill. Oh, I could turn you into something from nothing. Running ain't part of the game. It could get all bad. You didn't know that. I could show you some things, but I can't tell you how to feel. I don't wanna live a lie. Tell me one thing, can you keep it real? Got the plug on the propane. I'm the king of the hill. Oh, I could turn you into something from nothing. Running ain't part of the game. It could get all bad. You didn't know that. Now that you know that, you cannot go back. I can control you. I can control you. I can control you. She said that I'm sweet like some honey, but no, you can't crash, girl, I'm not a dummy. By the look in your eye, I could tell that you only say hell cause you smell the money. Ooh, I'm so full of surprises. When I reach inside that head, I might pull out a bunny. I can see over horizons. I'm way too fly, I don't need a co-pilot. Pulled off the lot and it didn't have mileage. It remind me of me, so sporty and stylish. So much drip that I turned to an island. They gon' bite me like lions and tigers. I roll with the punches, just pass me a lighter. This chopper make noise when it shake like a dryer. You think that you better get dipped in the fryer. I don't need a 30, I shoot, I don't miss. I could show you some things, but I can't tell you how to feel. I don't wanna live a lie. Tell me one thing, can you keep it real? Got the plug on the propane. I'm the king of the hill. Oh, I could turn you into something from nothing. Running ain't part of the game. It could get all bad. You didn't know that. Now that you know that, you cannot go back. I can control you. I can control you. I can control you. They watch on my every move. I could show you some things, but I can't tell you how to feel. I don't wanna live a lie. Tell me one thing, can you keep it real? Got the plug on the propane. I'm the king of the hill. Oh, I could turn you into something from nothing. Running ain't part of the game. It could get all bad. You didn't know that. Now that you know that, you cannot go back. I can control you. I can control you. I can control you. They watch on my every move. Niggas slithering, wondering what I'ma do. I got a case of the blues. I'ma step in and walk out with a case of the blues. Hop out with that thing in my purse like a damn kangaroo. How you out but you live in the zoo? So close to the edge I might slip in the pool, but them shots won't get through cause I'm living the proof. Pulled off like a drag race. I can't go back to my last place. I was down bad but I had faith. Now I eat good on the bad days. I heard that you found a genie. You wished you could be me. Got hit with the sad face. I see through you squares like a glass case. Taking my time in the fast lane.
I can't tell you what your name, but you know what it is.
I could show you some things, but I can't tell you how to feel. I don't wanna live a lie. Tell me one thing, can you keep it real? Got the plug on the propane. I'm the king of the hill. Oh, I could turn you into something from nothing. Running ain't part of the game. It could get all bad. You didn't know that. Now that you know that, you cannot go back. I can control you. I can control you. I can control you.
That was awesome.